sailboat in the moonlight and June. Wouldn't that be heaven? Oh, heaven just for two. A soft breeze on a June night and June. What a perfect setting for letting dreams come true.
So while we're on the subject of YouTube, maybe you guys could share some of your secrets. Your videos are really well done. What kind of gear are you using?
We use it for any underwater stuff. It's all GoPro. We've been using GoPro for years. Drones are all DJI. We have a Mavic Air, and we have a super old Phantom 3. It's like the first drone that ever came out from DJI, and we've had it for like 5 years, and that thing works great. And
I like that thing better than the new Mavic Air.
They're easier to grab, eh? They're
easy to grab. Exactly, and then it has great power and great battery life. And if anyone, the only advantage that the Mavic Air has over that thing is, I mean, it shoots in 4K, but I think the quality is negligible. But the size it can fold down to. So if you're going on a mountain hike, you can bring that little Mavic Air. But and if anyone's ever thinking about a drone, especially on a boat, the DJI Phantoms I love them.
Yeah, we've got a Phantom. We got the same one. I'm not very good at it though.
I know it's like everybody needs to wear protective gear if Chris is testing that thing out.
Cover your head.
My parents were there one day and I was like, watch out, Mom.
Get the fishing net out.
Yeah, exactly. Get the fishing net out.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So I do notice when you're doing like your water sports that sometimes one of you will grab the camera and you'll speak. So you're using a GoPro. But you've still got good sound. Is that the GoPro 8 you're using then? What is that?
If there's good sound, it's probably not the GoPro, or it's not in a case. If we're normally talking to the camera and we're not in the water, we started out with our iPhones. Like our first 100 or 150 videos are all just from iPhone. And then we used a little Canon G7X, just like a little tiny point and shoot, and now we're using a Sony
RX100 Mark 7 or
same
the
thing,
newest
just
one.
a point and shoot, but that has an external mic.
Yeah.
And if we are in the water and we do get good audio from the GoPro, it is literally just luck.
Yeah, it's
really?
The GoPro. Yeah, when it works well, you can get some really cool shots. Audio is even a longer shot but like if I'm talking to it, like kiting or something, I'm probably like yelling at it and it's still a long shot that we'll be able to use that.
Oh, really?
You were on the surfboard actually when.
Yeah, we were talking about while we were sort of doing a little review of some of your videos, and the sound was really good. And I wondered, we've got a GoPro 4 with a Sennheiser external mic on it. That's waterproof, and I just wondered if maybe that's what you were using. But
oh wow, so you can use the GoPro with the mic, and it's in water.
Yeah, the old GoPro 4s have like a enclosed case with a rubber gasket in it. Well, you take the back off it, and the Sennheiser mic is a new back.
Ah.
So, and it plugs into the GoPro. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So, and it's waterproof. Yeah.
Because it is hard to get good audio. I mean, yeah, I was probably yelling at the camera, and then we're like trying to, in post editing, probably turning down the background noise and just tweaking it as best we can. People are good. We were talking to Bo and Brandy. I don't know if you guys know them. They have a YouTube channel, and they're really good at tweaking their audio in post to try to break down the wind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We have to learn a little more.
We just use iMovie to edit, so everything we do is pretty basic, but it works well enough.
So you're on Apple product then?
Yeah, but I'm sick of it. When we upgrade, I'll definitely consider something else.
Yeah. So you're gonna jump off of the Apple train then, and
I'll consider it.
It's just really hard.
It's hard to get
because
away.
like for Instagram and like all of the photos we take, it's real AirDrop. Are you guys on Apple?
Yeah, we are. Well, for editing, no. I'm on a Microsoft product. Yeah.
Our phones are
Okay.
Apple. Yeah.
Yeah, and getting stuff from the computer to the phone with AirDrop is amazing. And I'm like,
When it works.
Yeah, when
Sometimes
it
doesn't
works.
work.
But like that saves me and our whole like Facebook and Instagram kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I could ever get rid of it. The computer drives me nuts, but I don't know.
So who does the editing then?
Mostly me, but Sierra's been doing a lot lately in the past year or so.
Just like I'll do the stuff that requires old footage and kind of overlaying it back in because I know where most of it is. I have it like all organized, so it's easier for me to find.
We have like 10 terabytes of footage sitting right next to us, and Sierra will dig through all of it to find the shots we need to recall.
I hate doing that kind of stuff too.
No.
That's what Chris
Just
would like
brutal.
me to do.
I wish
think.
Deb would do it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he does all the editing.
Yeah.
So
That's great. Now, you said you're on a Microsoft product, Chris. Is it are you on a laptop editing? And
Yeah. I've got an Asus Strix. It's like a gaming laptop, and we use that. We had that when we met you.
Okay.
Yeah, and we use a Canon 70D, for a big DSLR, and we've got a couple of GoPros and
a Sony, which is my favorite.
Yeah. Her favorite's a Sony.
But the
Would you recommend? Go ahead,
Sorry?
sorry, the Canon I find very heavy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, would you recommend that, like, we're looking at a different option for when we upgrade a computer, would you recommend Asus, like an Asus gaming computer?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd buy another one of these in a minute. They're just a really powerful computer. They're made
like a stock kind of product, like you could get it from Best Buy or online or something.
Yeah, they're a little more money. I think this one was like $1,600, something like that, but they're cheaper than an Apple, right? Because Apple's just nuts.
Yeah. And you can probably buy one that's used because gamers are always updating, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Actually, that's how I got this one. A gamer was updating exactly the same thing.
But it was our son-in-law, so that was good.
So I got it cheap.
And you knew what it had been through, yeah.
Where is your son and daughter right now? Are they, because they were right behind us, probably coming through the Bahamas. Did they make it back?
They're in Staniel Key right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deb was just talking to them, actually.
I was actually. They ran into Delos.
Oh, nice.
And
in Ragged?
in Staniel Key. No, Staniel Key maybe.
Well, I think it was in the Raggeds that
Oh,
we met them. But,
okay, yeah.
But
Hannah said she's never watched any of their shows, so it was very nice. But when they were talking on the street, she said everybody kept coming up and going, "Can I get a picture?"
We were bummed because we were right in the Raggeds. We were on the very southern island, and we just stayed there overnight and then left. But I know Delos was there, and we've met them before, and we had a bunch of other friends hanging out there.
Yeah.
I was so bummed we couldn't stay for like a week and hang out with them. I mean, we weren't even allowed to get off the boat. We were allowed to stop and anchor and wait for weather, but we weren't allowed to get off the boat. So we just kept moving. And then the other thing I wanted to say was, so I told you this when I met these guys when we met them in Peck's Lake. But I think Hannah's your daughter.
Yeah.
And I think we met them in Oriental a little bit before we met you guys.
You did,
so
yeah.
Hannah she was walking. She has a small dog.
Yep.
A little Chihuahua.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I remember her dog because we haven't seen dogs in forever, and Jetty saw the dog, and they were walking around together.
And then we were talking to her a bit, and I think she had just had her baby not too long ago. Like it was a few months old, and they had it on the boat, right?
That's right. She had her baby on board.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she had the midwives come aboard, and so yeah. Sorry. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then I was hanging out with you guys at Peck's Lake, and then you guys were talking about your daughter, and then I think you guys were talking about midwives with Tammy, and then I was like, wait a minute, this sounds so familiar.
Well,
Hello. Hello, doggies. I know I missed you. I was gone for like 25 minutes.
Listen, it's been a super pleasure meeting the two of you again, I suppose. And we just wish you fair winds and following seas, and hope you have some great adventures ahead of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And we hope you guys get your boat back in the water and enjoy your boat and get out and get to see some new places and do some new things.
Hopefully we see you guys on the water sooner rather than later.
As soon as I pack this in, I'm going to put my work clothes on and I'm gone. So a month from now, we'll be back in the water, we hope.
He's hurting really badly. Every day he comes home and he goes, I'm so sore.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm like yoga every night.
Yeah, boat yoga.
We call it, we don't call it boat yoga, we call it boga.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
But then I wanted to say too that, oh my gosh, I had caffeine, you can tell.
Yeah.
I ran out of decaf coffee, sorry. So
Talk to me.